Sports Center.
Hi, welcome to today's Sports Center. I'm Matt Satterfield and this is Mike Ferguson. Today we found the first ethnic basketball player, Wataru Matsaka, and he was cut by the New York Knicks last night. Wataru broke the color barrier in America by joining the NBA, which Americans love to watch so much. The Japanese-American point guard was born in Ogaden, Utah, and stood 5'7". Before his career in the NBA, he played for the Utah Utes, leading his school to the 1944 NCAA and 1947 NIT championships. Now let's take a quick break and get a word from our sponsors.
Tired of this? Pepsi, what you need to perform. High fructose corn syrup, caramel color, sugar, phosphoric acid, caffeine, citric acid, and natural flavors.
Listen up. 504-305. What you know about it? Okay. Briscoe, understand this. Hey yo, okay, Briscoe. You get 'em first. Get 'em. I'll be posted on the corner.
Pepsi, drink it.
I was fortunate enough to get an interview with Wat Masaka last night. Let's cut to that. Hello, Wat. Can you tell me about your career in the NBA?
Well, it first started when I read the newspaper, and it said that I was drafted first overall by the Knicks in June 1947. I was surprised. I didn't know they were having a draft. There was no hype about pro basketball. My college coach, Vidal Peterson, called me, and we met Knicks president Ned Irish at the Hotel Utah in Salt Lake City. They didn't let non-whites stay there, but I signed up for a $3,000 season. In October, I went to New York for a training camp, and that lasted about 3 weeks. And I was just about as good as the next player, but I was the first one to be recruited out of state.
What happened with, your race, seeing as you're the first non-Anglo to make it into the NBA?
I learned to avoid confrontation. I wouldn't go to a nice restaurant without my teammates. I actually wouldn't go out much at all. It was just basketball, eating, and sleeping. Actually, the New York fans, they were probably better than the fans back at home. But I still heard a few people yell, "Jap, go home!" And they weren't talking about Utah. They were talking about Japan. I won't say I was a victim of discrimination, though. I was let go under strange circumstances. We had played a full preseason and 3 actual games, and the team had already been cut to 12. And then Ned Irish called me to his office. He said he was sorry. He didn't agree, but it was Coach Lapchick's decision to let me go. I didn't question anything at all. They let me keep my $3,000 though, and I packed my bag and went home to Utah. The Globetrotters actually invited me after that, but I decided to finish school instead and become an engineer. I never felt like a pioneer then. Pro basketball just wasn't that big of a deal for me. The biggest moment of my life came winning the 1947 NIT, which was slightly bigger than the NCAA tournament back then. We played against Kentucky, and we held the All-American Ralph Beard to 1 point. The NBA has players from all over the world now, and people tell me I was a trailblazer. That's a wonderful feeling. And it's just nice to be remembered, even if it was only for 3 games.
Thanks for being on the show today, Wat.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for being on the show today, Wat.
Thanks, Mike.
Like to have you again sometime.
Sure.
Thanks for that interview. What a player. Now, stay tuned for our top 10. Alright, Joe.
My career started when my coach called me and we had an interview with
People.